Yo, we in here. We live again. It's that time. Yep, time to do this once again. Come on in. We got a special one tonight talking about the running backs and tight ends. Our continuing what we've been doing as far as the depth chart predictions, talking about different things with the Atlanta Falcons. And today we had to bring on our guy Bryce, man, Brycey 2K. Been a minute since we talked actually Falcons. So, I figure why this is a perfect time. And then, training camp really started today. But of course, as far as like with fans being able to get in, I know season ticket holders, I believe, is Friday. But after that, everybody's able to get in. So we're going to be there August 1st. So y'all get ready, get ready, get ready. Training camp is here. And honestly, this is the end of it as far as like things going slow. Like Sunday, that was the end of it. And then already you seen yesterday with the whole Vita Vea thing, it's starting. It's starting. It's going to be like that was the last slow weekend, guys. So get
man, I
ready.
messed up. My bad, Robert. I ain't mean to block you, man. We got a spam in the chat, and I'm
Oh
trying to.
no,
Yeah, that old damn spam in the chat.
not the spam, man.
He on your page, Chris, so you got to do it.
I'm like, who in the world?
So Robert Blackman, I'm gonna try to unblock you, man. I didn't mean
Oh
to do
no,
that.
it's
My
on
bad.
Bryce. This thing
Oh,
or
it's
something.
Bryce.
Don't me.
It said this comment is on a guest destination. Only your guest can delete the comment or ban the
Yeah,
user.
yeah, Bryce.
See
You
what
go.
I can do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, Robert. I'm gonna try to put you back on. My bad.
Yeah, what's good, everybody? Yeah, man. Like I said, we're talking running backs. All right, little. And see that where is Joy when I need her? That's what I.
Right.
That's what it is. Where is she at? I'm gonna have to find her antennas. She out there, man. Shout out to her though, man. I know I seen her poster where she came in first place in the old school cars. You know what I'm saying, for the women's or whatnot.
Right.
Like that's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, I know she's in the cars and everything too. So I love to hear that. Shout out to sis, man, for sure.
Facts. She got a nice
But
old school, man.
so what happened?
Nice old school.
Oh yeah, man. But yeah, man. So Bryce, before we get into talking about these training camps, man, what you been up to, man? What's been going on? Let us know what you've been working on, all that good stuff. Appreciate you, Tim Riley. We're gonna pull that up in a minute.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all having me on. Obviously, it's been a while since we been on, especially with Smitty. It's been a while since I've been on with Smitty. So glad to kind of be back because we all be back in the same space at the same time. I mean, Chris, I just been doing my thing over with the Believe in Hawks, just the Hawks content. Obviously, they've been active, so there's plenty of stuff to talk about. Been covering that all off season. Obviously, with Falcon season coming back up, probably ramp that back up a little bit more as well. And just that's kind of been my main focus, kind of between the two teams right now. So, obviously, getting into what some people say busy time of the year, but obviously, always excited for football to be back and see what the Falcons can do this year.
Yeah, Bryce be on the content, man, for sure, especially with the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it'd be hard to get to everybody at one time, man. It's just when you're trying to talk about everybody, even trying to get the girls to shine, man, too. Because shout out to the Dream. So they started off good and, so having a little turbulence, but they getting it back together and all that. But and then, of course, those Braves, Braves having a good season, even though their pitching has been sketchy, and sometimes, but that hitting has been showing up. You know what I'm saying? So, so shout out to all the Atlanta teams, man.
They got to trade for a pitcher, man. I hate to say it. I mean, there's just no way around it.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. It can't just always be on Chris Sale. I love Chris Sale. It can't be always on Sale, man.
He an ace for a reason, but come on now.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, what I'm saying, he's not Benjamin Button that thing. He's getting older. He ain't getting younger, unfortunately for us.
Yeah, he catching up with me here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Sale about 37, about 36, 37.
37.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
But before we get started, man, shout out to DBG, man, our homie, man. He had some bad news. He put it in the chat, but I deleted it, man, because I don't want everybody in your business. But just know that we praying for you, my guy. Praying for you and your mom. Pray everything turns out right, and pray that y'all get back on y'all feet very soon, man. So it was no slight, but I just don't want everybody in your business, man. That's just the type of dude I am, man. Whatever you got going on, keep it like that, man. Keep it personal. But just know that we praying for you. So y'all put them prayers in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Chris.
Chat, ahead, please, Chris. Indeed. All right, y'all. But like I said, man, training camp is among us now. We're gonna have to talk about this because it's it's the depth chart and it's what it is. But cooking at the training camp, get ready. Yes, indeed. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, Raymond, we got you too, family. Yeah, we got you. Say keep me. We got you, my guy.
No doubt, man. That's why I tell y'all, man, keep God first because y'all just don't never know what that next day gonna bring.
Right.
One thing about it, bad times gonna always show up out the blue.
Right.
Tony Wright, what's up, my guy?
What's happening?
Rod, what's up, Rod? Go ahead, Chris. My bad.
Did they do something today? I don't think it was really much of anything today, man. I think it was just everybody getting acclimated, saying what's up to everybody, going over some things, honestly. I think tomorrow they'll be probably more active, but today was probably just, everybody just getting there. It's about to be training camp. So, got to set up for those dorms. They got those dorms out there too. So, guys just sitting up and that's going to take a lot. And you really don't want to really honestly throw guys out there after they're traveling, coming in from different travels. They was off for a while. So now they got to come in and it's time to get to work. So, it's not much of nothing going on today. Outside of talking about these running backs and tight ends, man. Now, yeah, you see the quarterbacks in there as well.
Hey, we got to talk about them signings, man. What's good? We got to talk about them contracts.
Hey,
you jumping the gun. Let's back up. Fine. Come on now. Jalen Carter, man. Come on now. I got to get the Georgia Bulldogs some respect, man. Look, $40 million a year. That's something to be happy about, man. What he's been through. Come on now.
I'm happy for him and all, but what does that do for the Atlanta Falcons?
I'm gonna tell you what it do, in my opinion. I just think the pressure just got turned up just a little bit on Bijan Robinson's contract. Because you got guys all around him getting paid. And I know everybody keeping their eye on Detroit, and I get that part. But now that Jalen Carter, they picked right after him, that's got a new contract, that put a little bit more pressure on the Falcons. So you could see his contract coming up in the next couple of days before that first preseason game. But go ahead.
Right. No, that's true. I mean, shoot. DBG just put in the chat. Yeah, and Denzel Ward. I said it earlier when I said Denzel ain't never leaving Cleveland.
Yeah, he's gonna be around for his career, unlike Myles Garrett.
Cleveland lifer, you wouldn't think so, but
he ain't going nowhere.
Exist.
But I will say this: if time get bad and they just say, "Yeah, we gonna blow it up again," he'll get traded just like Myles Garrett because he's a top 5 quarterback in the league still, even though he's had the injury bug the last couple of years. He's still a top 5 corner in the league. Keep it real.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was gonna be the same for Hayden. I thought he was gonna be a Brown forever, bruh. I always liked Joe Hayden, but he wasn't ever leaving Cleveland. It wasn't never. Shout out to you, Tremel. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Meet Washington. What's going on, man? He said, "Did you see Billy Bowman walking into the facility?" Okay, what's that? Vita Vea? Yeah, he requested that trade, man.
He can walk.
Yeah, man. Honestly, get him out of the division. Get Vita out the division. That's what I say.
I think he end up on the West Coast.
That's what his preferred destination is, on the West Coast.
Yeah, if they smart, I would say if I'm the 49ers, I got to go for it after what the Rams did. You got to up your game, man. You got to.
Interesting. So what about the Seahawks? You don't think the Seahawks could pull the trigger and try to boost their defense a little bit?
They already got Leonard Williams and what's his name in the middle of that defense.
Hey, and have Vita Vea. And talk about trying to go back to back.
No disrespect to my Falcon, but the way the Rams done jacked it up and then it looking like not Miles Garrett. Aaron
Aaron
Donald
Donald.
coming back. As soon as they get that contract worked out, because y'all just got to know he's still $30 million against the books, so they got to come to a new
25.
deal in order to fit that contract inside the salary cap. So they still got a long way to go. It is not open and shut. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. No, I had seen about it was talking about Billy Bowman in the chat, and I'm like, yeah, man. I don't know if he's gonna be ready, but it's good to see him walking. But that's the thing. The thing about that is too, and Bryce, I know you probably know about this too. You gotta just think about just because they're walking good, don't mean that they're ready to jump out there on the field, right? I mean, my example of something like this is Mike Soroka. Y'all remember Mike Soroka for the Atlanta Braves when he played for the Braves? Remember he had that surgery, and remember he was just walking up the stairs and it popped.
Popped again. Yep.
You know, so I ain't gonna lie to you. Not saying that's gonna happen to Billy at whatsoever. Two different sports as well, but you just gotta be mindful. Sometimes just walking, you know, it doesn't always mean that you're good to go. But I mean, what you think about Vita Vea, Bryce, as far as like that trade request? Are you one of those people that I'm seeing out here that's saying, hey man, Falcons, go get them, and it's like, or how you feeling about it?
I mean, I made a joke tweet yesterday because I said after I saw that, I said, Ian, what you got for me? But nah, I don't. I'm actually not like yeah, go get it, because like realistically, they're not gonna. Tampa Bay is just not gonna let him stay in the division. Like they would probably say, well, if you give us your first, second, and third, sure. Like
Right.
it has to be some type of finesse job if they're gonna let that happen, where there's not going to be the same demands for another team. So, but like you said, get him out of division. He's one of the few people who gave Chris Lindstrom an issue over the last few seasons. And now if you take him out of the division, that weakens Tampa Bay in their front four. Obviously, we know their secondary is suspect. That's a team that people expect to be around in the division title this year anyway. So, I feel like Falcons probably aren't going to go that way. And like I said, they're going to see what they got with their group.
I think the Raiders would be a good team. Him and Tom, they know each other. And the Raiders actually, I think, will give him a lucrative deal, actually. I know they need everything. So, they're working on it. They're building, but having Vita Vea out there too, I think I can see that because he wants to be on the West Coast. So I can see that too, him going to Vegas, reuniting, Tom will probably make sure you're taken care of. So I can see that too. I really can see that too. Ron said Vita may be a Charger. That's interesting as well.
I could see that. Yeah, he want to end up on the West Coast, and they don't get no further west than that.
The report I saw was pretty much California team or Raiders. So
yeah,
Raiders.
I seen the same thing. California Raiders. So
hey, Tony Wright, Tony Wright, man.
Out of here.
Yeah, I mean, look, they got to pay Baker, and then they don't start on his contract. So who knows what they about to do? I mean, who knows? They could be just starting and blowing it up all together. And this may be Todd Bowles' last run in Tampa. Who knows? I mean, hey, we've seen it before. But right quick, Tony Wright, he said, can we talk about the non-football related injury to the Falcons' 6th round pick and Terrio Thompson, 6'1", 306 pounds. What is the non-football injury and how long will he be out? They didn't disclose the injury, and he's been injured for a while. Me and Chris talked about it a couple of weeks ago. He hadn't even been in training camp, mini camp, OTAs, none of that. So he's going to miss most of the offseason, and he probably won't be back right until around, if then, the last preseason game. Just keep it real.
I'm going to be honest with you, too. That opens the door for other people, man. Your best ability is your availability. And honestly, he's a 6th round pick. Don't act like they don't get cut, even when they get drafted. So if somebody else is coming in and, playing better at your position and is available, guess what, Slick? I'm just saying, like, just got to be honest.
He just ass out. The
competition this year is at more even of abundance than last year. Think about that. We got
Yeah.
every position except for certain ones. Of course, you got your handfuls, but other than that, just about every position you could have somebody pop up out of nowhere or improve and outplay someone, and next thing you know, somebody's job is gone. We saw it last
Facts.
year. We definitely see it this year too.
Hey, meet that the Ravens. Oh,
Yeah, I ain't gonna
me
lie,
and
that
Chris talked about that yesterday. That would be, boy, that would be terrifying.
yeah.
But yeah, man, Tremere, appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, now Chris, you can go and crank it up, man. You can go and crank it up.
Okay, well, when Tony got here, San Francisco being slept on for some reason, but remember, they had 6 defensive rookies at different parts. Yeah, they did. They definitely did. And they went 12-5. I ain't gonna lie to you. Real quick, I do tip my cap to Kyle Shanahan and just that defense and how they was able to still just put everything together and yes, still pick up 12 wins. That goes to the coaching and going to the players and the players translating that on the field. Like, yeah, they had all those rookies and they beat us. They beat us because when we lost Divine, it's like, boy, how big did that hole in the middle just start? But yeah, man.
Shout out to Kyle Shannon out here playing this demolition derby with his damn SUV. So shout out to him with that. Dropped their phone in between the seat, reaching for the phone, fumbling for it. Pew. Boom.
I'm good. First of all, I'm glad that everybody was okay. I'm glad Kyle is okay too, man. But that just goes to show you right there. That's a perfect example that whole the cell phone can get anybody. Drop your cell phone. I just look at it like this. I really believe, if you can come to a stop and then grab your phone or just wait a second to where it's more clear and you're doing something.
My thing is, everybody got the damn Android Auto or whatever they use for the iPhone and plug it up to the damn car. Why the hell are you still in your hand, man? Come on, it's common sense. This 2026. This is what they make the technology for. Hands free.
One thing about it, how many get off my lawn people are out here, man? So it's just like a lot of people don't get with the times, fam. They think about it.
Kyle Shanahan at my age
have routines, and they don't.
Kyle Shanahan at my age, not 60. Come on now.
Hey, I'm just saying. But Kyle Shanahan, he may have a routine. Certain guys, especially being successful. We all have routines. And he may have
an insurance bill gonna kill that routine, though. I bet that.
The thing about this, and this is all speculation, you never know. He may be one of those people that like to text and drive. I've seen plenty of people still to this day. You know what I'm saying? One hand.
I'm not gonna lie, I do it,
and they go on with the other.
But I do it. But I make sure I'm at the red light before I do it.
No, I'm talking, bro. I'm talking about on the highway.
Oh, yeah,
we on the highway, brother.
Highway.
We live in Atlanta. True story. I was riding beside this lady. She was in the HOV lane. Me and my wife looked over at the same time. She got the flap down, putting on the makeup, doing 80 in the damn HOV lane, just like that.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. The ladies doing their makeup.
Yeah,
I'm talking about boom, 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 boom. It was this one lady. She was in a Tesla, but I know Teslas are a little different. I know they can kind of drive you, but
yeah, don't tell Gilbert Arenas' son that though.
Bro, she had her hand on the wheel though, and she was in that same little mirror thing, just taking care of something about putting on lipstick and everything, bro, like going off.
It's the time we live in.
Yeah,
Jew, what's up, man? Yeah, but go ahead and throw it up there.
Oh, right, shoot, so we got bringing to the stage the depth chart when it comes to the running backs and
Jesus
the tight
Christ. Yeah, that insurance get your ass, man.
Really?
Yeah. Mine was about that last year. Yeah, mine about 250 last year. Yep.
Shoot, I ain't gonna lie, mine's like 207 right now. I'm like,
yeah, mine about that. Yeah, about 190. But go ahead.
Man. But but yeah, there's tight ends and the running backs right here. So I guess we can go ahead and just assume that we can get rid of the Bijan Robinson and of course the Kyle Pitts. I mean, Bijan is waiting to get paid, but Bijan is definitely, I think, consensus the 2026. He's the best running back in the league. Coming into this season, the bell cow, the undisputed engine, however many words you want to use to describe Bijan Robinson, MVP caliber. He's going to get all those touches and stuff like that. Of course, just a generational player, and I'm glad he's an Atlanta Falcon, and he's definitely going to be tight end. RB1. And Kyle Pitts, I mean, he's gotten paid. They don't paid the man. He had a good season, especially toward the end of the season last year. We all know that. Pretty much unguardable, too big for certain guys, too fast for others. So, I mean, I think should be the number 2 option, especially now that he's paid. Should definitely be the number 2 option behind Drake London, who is also paid when it comes to pass catching. What you guys feeling about just Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson, fellas?
You go ahead, Bryce.
I mean, kind of like you said it for Bijan. I mean, obviously, I feel like if he's not the best back in the league, top 2, I'm excited to see what he does this year. Obviously, I still remember back when we drafted him, people were almost like, why did we draft him? It doesn't matter if he's good. It's still a bad pick and da-da-da-da-da. And I mean, now I think, Bijan has an opportunity if he continues to play at this level for the next few years to potentially be in the annals of popularity of the Falcons player lore. He's a guy who goes to work every day, doesn't get in any trouble, takes his work seriously, and does what he needs to do. And then Kyle Pitts, obviously, it's exciting for him. He's just got a new contract extension showing that the regime, even the new regime, believes in him. I'm excited to see how he builds off of last year's season, obviously in an offense that I think could be tight end friendly with Kevin Stefanski and Tommy Rees. So I'm both of those guys that I expect to have really good seasons for them this year, and especially look out for Kyle Pitts in the red zone. I think that's something that I think Kevin Stefanski is going to really improve. And it's Tommy Rees calling the plays, but just that system that they're bringing in is going to improve, and that'll be able to take advantage of maybe some mismatches that he can create down there.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, I like this right here though, man. You say you don't skip a generational talent like Bijan, even though I was pulling for Jalen Carter. That was me. My thing is, I was just looking at the fact that the Falcons needed defense. Okay, so offensive player, and shoot, I ain't afraid to say it. I told Smitty, I was like, bro, they go offensive player. I just don't even know what I'll do right here. And then Jalen Carter ended up being there, and I was like, oh, slam dunk. And then when I seen Bijan Robinson, I said, these mofos went offense again.
Hey, Chris, and y'all who follow me, y'all know I said it from the jump. I looked at the offseason. I said it was about 3 weeks to a month before the draft. I said they making all these moves, still haven't addressed the running back position. And I knew Tyler Algier ran for 1,000 yards. We know that. But at the same time, is he dynamic? Is he a Barry Sanders, Jahmyr Gibbs, Adrian Peterson type running back? No, he's not a game breaker, and they needed that. And when have you been a Falcons with a game breaking running back, other than Michael Turner, of course? But Michael Turner was about the only one that had speed, because in the Falcons organization, they always related to power backs. Jerry Riggs, William Andrews, Mike Turner, Jamal Anderson. And I think the only one that had speed, and TJ Duckett, the only one that had speed was really Warrick Dunn. And Mike Vick, to me, he was a running back, but that's another story. But yeah, when you look at Bijan and that contract today, it made me change my tune just a little bit. I said 25 million. I think I'm gonna go at 27 million.
Oh my Lord.
And the only reason I say that,
JPJ,
that guy was drafted after Bijan Robinson, and he got 27 million. Yeah, he played a different position.
Yeah, different position.
And he's one of the best defensive tackles in the league. But when you talk about the best running back in the league, Bijan finna get a contract we never saw from a running back, ever. So now that we see that, I'm looking at 4 years, $108 million, or 110, somewhere in that range.
So you're saying 27 million for Bijan?
Yes.
So if that's the case, then he would be making 7 more than Saquon, I think.
And I don't have a
per year
because Saquon up in age and Christian McCaffrey up in age. So Jahmyr and Bijan gonna reset the market. Period. So I up my number to 27 million. Yeah, I had to up it a little bit because of Jalen Carter. Because Yeah, go
I
ahead.
can see that because I think I saw somewhere where it was like Bijan was saying he wouldn't mind having like $100 million contract. 110. So if you're doing that, then that means you're definitely guaranteeing him at least 50 million of it. Pay maybe even 60.
And the crazy thing about it though, Chris, nah, you gonna get way more than 50. Yeah, he gonna get if it's 100. Let's say it's 110.
He's
He's gonna
getting
get
that.
at least half of it, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna go a little bit over half to about 60 million. And the
yeah.
only reason why I put it at that number, that's an even 15. That's still more than what Derrick Henry made at any point in his career. And look at where he's headed with his numbers. That's more than any other running back that's made, even Christian McCaffrey. Because
Boy.
think about it, his rookie year with his signing bonus, he had already was the top paid running back in his rookie season. So this is nothing new to him. So the Falcons knew, and then back to back 1,400 yard season. This may be the third. Oh yeah, he's finna reset the market. And Jahmyr Gibbs, he may make a good penny, but Detroit not gonna pay him that kind of money. They not.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting, bro. Like, whether they do or don't, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just wondering, like, because the running back position has not been as valued as, let's say, the quarterback, the pass catcher, and the DBs, and you can really say the guys on the line. Because I know those guys on the line, they're starting to get a lot of money. But those running backs, man, you have to be special. You have to be really crazy dynamic. What Bijan is. So I mean, it wouldn't between 25 and 27, it does sound about right.
The only way he won't get paid that kind of money if he takes a pay cut for them to sign Lindstrom or Bates or give somebody else a contract. That's the only way he don't get the 27 million. That's the only way. If he say, man,
if I see Bijan take only $21 million, I know for a fact he took a huge pay cut. And
for somebody else. Right. Yeah. Because think about it.
Yeah.
Chris Lindstrom, he's going to be $28-30 million.
In a minute,
So he say, hey, man, we got to pay Chris. He got to block for me. So I got to take X amount of dollars because think about it. He's making whatever he takes the pay cut in, he's going to make it back off sponsorships. So it's not going to hurt him.
Bijan.
Yeah,
but
it's
think
not
about
going to
this
hurt him.
with Lindstrom, though. I say Lindstrom is going to take a pay cut, too, just to make sure that we can get the line and fortify his brothers.
I can see that.
I mean, they also got to see what happens with Bergeron because he's in the contract year. So technically, if they want to keep him, then you probably have to think about that. Even though I don't think it'd be massive, but you know,
give me a number right quick. He's a second round pick. That's going to be the Falcons saving grace with him. He's going to be. He was a second round pick. So Bryce, give me a ballpark. What you think he's going to be at?
Dang.
I definitely do put you on the spot.
Let me see. How much is Lindstrom making right now, if you know off the top of your head?
23, I think. 23.
20. I thought it was 22. Matter of fact, it's all
22
good.
or 23.
Y'all keep
Don't look it up right quick. But go ahead.
Right, my bad. I think the Falcons know he's not like some top flight guard. So if you're talking just a good, solid starting guard, I'd say maybe like 10 million less than that. Maybe 12, 13.
Yeah, we're in the same ballpark because I was thinking 3 years about 36. 3 years, 36 million, something like that.
I mean, I think that would be good.
Yeah, and you guarantee for about 25. I think he'll roll with that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, I thought it was 23 because I was looking at the roster bonus, I think, the other day.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Pam. Truly appreciate it.
Hey there, Miss Pam.
Yeah, 22 years. 22 years.
But well, I know his dead cap's 27. I'm looking at it now. Cap hits 26. Yeah, signing. Yeah, because the base is 16.
Okay. And then with the roster bonus and the incentives, that pushes it up to 21.
$5,500,000 signing bonus. So that's where it comes at the 21. And then, of course, you got the restructure probate and all that stuff. So that's what's pushing stuff down the road. Next year, he'll be 15. 2028, he'll be 17 as far as the base. Next year, he actually will be 15, so he'll be making 20. but he got the roster bonus, so it's still gonna be about 22. So it's still gonna be around that area. But
Yeah, he's gonna get at least a $5 million raise. So I'm staying in the $28 million range. Now, like you
he
said,
probably
if
may
he
get
takes,
extended next year, maybe, or this
yeah,
offseason. That'd be
I
interesting.
could see I could see March. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think he'll get extended because he'll be 29 playing this year, and then he'll be 30 next year. So I can see him, yeah, possibly getting a little extra little extension on what he got. Keeping him here.
He still got a
30.
lot in the tank too. He just
Yeah,
29. He got at
yeah,
least a good 7 8 years left, at least.
yeah. No major injuries for Lindstrom and everything.
Nope.
Knocking the hell out the wood. You know what I'm saying? Let them call,
Hmm, hmm.
but still, it's just like I don't want nothing to happen to get Lindstrom. Lindstrom is good. I want to keep Lindstrom out. It's hard to come about good offensive linemen, y'all, and we got a great one, a
Facts.
great guard in Chris Lindstrom. So if
Mhm.
we can take care of the guys that we can
Shout out
take care
Terry
of,
Fontenot for taking him. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, well, actually, no, that was Dimitrov.
Bergeron?
Mm, No, 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 I was talking about Lindstrom. Remember him and
Oh
Caleb
yeah, him and Ellis. I mean
Mhm.
McGarry.
McGarry. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I can't
Same
even
draft.
give Terry that.
Yeah.
that was
I
Dimitrov
forgot. Yeah, it's
on
been
his
that
way out.
long. It don't even seem like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, on his way out the door. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, but with Bijan, man, I'm looking at this backfield. I think they got to steal with Brian Robinson, and me and Chris talked about that before it even happened. I think Tyler Goodson, he's going to be a good special teams guy, third down back. And Nathan Carter, he may be practice squad, but his speed is going to keep him somewhere around the ballpark for filling in on Sundays during the season. And Cash Jones, I think, could be a practice squad, or he could be filled in as a wide receiver, depending on how he plays in preseason. But he could sneak onto the roster because he's a great blocking back, and he's a good special teams player, a good gunner on special teams. So yeah, that running back room is pretty dynamic in my opinion. But what y'all think about the running back room?
Go ahead, Bryce.
I mean, I kind of agree. I'm kind of on the reverse. I think Carter, has a good chance to be RB3 again this year. I just think, like I said, he showed some good stuff in preseason and camp last year, and I think he can do it again. Obviously, Tyler Goodson could come in, and obviously that'll be an interesting contest between two young players. But I think Carter can take a step forward a little bit this year. Like I said, second year, and you can kind of keep doing his thing out there. So it'll be interesting for sure. Because I mean, obviously at the end of the day, you're going to have Bijan take a majority of the carries, and then obviously Ryan Robinson is going to get his handful of touches. But in case one of those guys do get hurt, you need somebody that you can trust. And I think Carter was somebody, like I said, was able to make the 53-man last year, and I think he can do it again this year and be someone that maybe they can put it maybe as a third down back, like you said, with the speed. If they lose like a Brian Robinson, now you got two guys who can take it to the house. And that maybe can do some different things with them, especially with, like I said, with the offense they want to try to do. And like I said, under Stefanski, Reeves, running backs have a good year. He uses his running backs. So wherever you are, you will be used for sure.
Yeah. Because even though I think Judd can miss the first 2 or 3 games because of and he still ended up with very decent numbers, rushing and receiving. So and even when Nick Chubb was there, he was using the pass game as well. So yeah, Bijan and Brian, yeah. So we talk about these numbers with the wide receivers and the tight ends catches.
Yeah,
these running backs are going to take catches from all those skill positions. So I just can't wait to see what they do, man, because you're going to see a lot of screen plays with running backs and receivers.
Right. As far as I already know how I feel about Brian Robinson. That was the only name that I had said, especially after losing Tyler Algier. Never wanted to lose Tyler, but know he needed to get paid. And then it's like you go to Arizona and all everyone's talking about is the first round pick that you just did, Jeremiah Love, and just so happens to play running back. Hate it for you, Tyler. But regardless, we still needed somebody to be that thunder to the Bijan's lightning, so to speak, and high volume guy, down here runner, physical guy. Rarely goes down after the first hit. So good in short yarded, short yarded situations, and it's around the goal line. So I see all that, and I see Brian Robinson Jr. I believe he's going to help Bijan Robinson a whole lot. To be able to he's be able to get a breather. He's going to come in and just do the things he needs to do. Now, of course, he doesn't share the same speed that he does, but it doesn't matter. He's still able to get downhill. And honestly, this guy's a tough guy. Remember, he was shot and everything, and then remember it was very poetic how he came out to the mini men when he came back and all this stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I became a fan that day of Brian Robinson because it's just like, hey, I get it, I really do. You know what I'm saying? But next would be Tyler Goodson for me. I do think Tyler Goodson because of his. If you look at Tyler Goodson, because I've been watching highlights recently, one thing he likes to do is he likes to like kind of stick the foot in the ground and kind of cut and accelerate different ways, and he can do it in short space as well too. And then he is has been used on special teams. That's the thing that I think that may edge him a little bit ahead of Nathan Carter, who I like, by the way. Carlos Washington got his packing papers because of this guy Nathan Carter last year.
Yep.
So, but Tyler Goodson, I don't think that he's going to excuse me, Nathan Carter. I don't think he gets cut. I think he possibly may be on the practice squad. Tyler Goodson can possibly be the RB3 / special teams guy because he just has that experience already. Doesn't have a lot of size, but one thing about it, he gets down the field. Now, the interesting thing is Cash Jones. I know he's listed at running back, but they're trying him out at the slot. Cash Jones, I believe, if he's doing well, he could push this whole running back thing as well, because you got to have dynamic players. And one thing that has been a staple for the Atlanta Falcons the past couple of years, and just really it's happening all around the league, but having guys that can do multiple things. You know what I'm saying? Making guys that can play special teams. Okay, they can also play different positions and be depth pieces. A guy like Cash Jones, if he's able to get down that slot position, then you have a guy that can do three things: play the slot, be a running back, and be on special teams. Going to be very interesting to see where Cash Jones lands, to be honest with you. Change of pace type of guy. So keep your eyes on Cash Jones because I believe that's very interesting to see where he ends up, even undrafted.
It's true. And
don't forget,
had a running back. Go ahead, bro.
Some of these guys could be projects too. Sometimes, like I said, you bring a guy and you didn't expect a lot from him this year, but you know he's making that transition, and they're like, this is a bit of a project for us. We're not going to expect him to just nail it from the beginning. Maybe a year, 2 years, maybe even 3. Develop. Let's see how he comes along as a receiver. How does his development come? How does he do with his route running, things of that nature? And then obviously, if he is on a roster, active roster on a game day, maybe you have something in the trick playbook maybe for him. You know what I'm saying? Cash Jones comes into the game as a running back, and they, maybe send him out as a wide receiver. Just try to keep the defense honest, So, don't obviously we want Cash to be successful, but obviously understanding, hey, they may have a very patient approach with him too.
Oh, very much so.
What was that running back that played for Cincinnati in New England? I can't think of his name, but it's right at the top of my mind. No, it was a white boy. What was his name?
It wasn't Burkhead, right?
Yeah, Rex Burkhead.
Oh wow.
That's what I can see him as. Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
See, I ain't the only one that know older players see it.
Hey, I was like, he pulled the name out that time.
Hey, he right there. Zay, what's up, nephew?
I heard that name.
Yeah, I mean it's been a minute, but the reason why it popped up because Rex Burkhead was the same thing in Nebraska when he played in Nebraska, same type running back.
Facts, man.
But this is a good question, right quick before, and then I'm gonna get to the super chats. How good was Cleveland O-line in Cleveland with Stefanski? And I'll let y'all start off, and then I go last.
Go ahead, bro.
How good do y'all think his offensive line was? Because he had some stars there. Just couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah, I feel like during the Stefanski era, I think they were known for having at least good O lines, like because they wanted to run the football, and they obviously what they wanted to do. So I think, sure, was it weak with injuries at times and things of that nature? Sure, But I want to say during that time, I think Cleveland, that was one of the strengths of the offense. We questioned the quarterback position at times. We questioned the receiving core at times. But I think the offensive line was the most solid part of that Cleveland Browns offense, which allowed Nick Chubb to have the seasons he had, Kareem Hunt to have the seasons he's had, and et cetera. So, I mean, I think even when they made it to then they make it to AFC divisional round.
When they blew Pittsburgh out in the wild card.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's just he wants physical, tough football teams, and especially playing in Cleveland. In that weather, in that division, you have to be able to be tough and be able to be good in the trenches. And so I think that was definitely something they put an emphasis on for sure.
Yeah, right. Facts.
And the thing about it is they drafted like good linemen. You know what I'm saying? Over like the time of being with Stefanski, they've had all pros, multi-pro bowlers, you know, some stuff like that too. But the golden years really for the Browns deep offensive line was when it first began. Like it was like at 2020 to that 2022, you know what I'm saying? Those were like the dominant times. Remember they had like the Nick Chubbs, Kareem Hunt at the time, went 11-5, the playoff victory, etc.
Because one of their offensive linemen, one of those offensive linemen just retired, Nick Bonito. He was a key piece of that offensive line.
Oh, Joe.
Think about
Joe
Bonito and Jedrick Wilkes, who they drafted as well. So that mean they've had some solid offensive linemen. It just that quarterback position, man. So that problem has followed him from Cleveland to Atlanta. But the thing about it, what people overlook, first year in Cleveland, coach of the year, Baker Mayfield turned that around. And like I said, I see the same thing with Tua. There's no knock to Mike Penix, but Tua is the veteran, and I think he'll catch on just a bit faster.
Yeah, man. Also, what's the other guy? They had they got Jack. They had Jack Clunklin. I think that's what it was.
Jack Clunklin. Absolutely, I forgot about that one. Appreciate that one.
The problem was, you know, so with him, he started having that injury bug around 2023, 2025. That's when all things started going downhill for that offensive line. And then remember, on top of that, they lost Callahan for like a year or two as well.
Right.
Like you were saying, all those guys started retiring. Taylor, he had started being limited. I think he was another guy that got injured. So yeah, man, they started having all kind of injuries to that.
And they had an all-pro center on that line too. I can't think of his name. They had an all-pro center. Can't think of his name. It's not Alex Mack. Alex Mack was a long time ago. Yeah, but and even when Joe Thomas and Alex Mack was on that line, they still had talent. So I mean, it's just something about Cleveland. They just know that you got to build in the trenches. I guess that's one thing they did learn from Isaac Newsom. But let's get to these super chats right quick. Eric, thank you, my guy. He said the Falcons going to open the vault for Bijan. He will be the highest paid running back in the NFL, absolutely, easily. 6-7 said, great show, guys. Appreciate you, 6-7.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Larry Dixon, man. He in the house, man. He said, what's up, fellas, man? I hope to see y'all
Lord.
On Saturday, man. You would definitely see us, man.
Definitely.
I know you're gonna be at the top of that hill, so that's gonna be the first place. I know him and Sean are gonna be at. DBG, shout out to him, man. Like I said, man, y'all say a prayer for him, man. He said prediction for the season: special teams will be extremely improved. That's a huge win for in our book, and the reason why I agree with that, they went out and got a lot of players on special teams, whether in the draft through free agency, because they signed Nick Folk, veteran kicker inside the 40. He's money. And they missed a lot of kicks inside the 40. You look at the punter they got, I can't think of his name right now, but he's a top-notch punter, booming leg. Then you look at the guys we already have that's on the roster. Guys like Natron, I'm finna say Natron means Natron Brooks. Who else? Nathan Carter, we said that as well, but you know, Gunners and things. Sidney Brown, guy they traded for a great special teams player. So it's going to be vastly improved. So you will see a lot of turnovers and a lot of great field position, which is going to win us a lot of football games. But let's go to that tight end room, man. Tight end room.
So we already talked about Kyle Pitts. So we already threw that, but every position, but every guy behind them, it's like, do you guys kind of feel like it's going exactly how it's already positioned. I mean, you got the Austin Hooper, he's back. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Warner. Also, but the interesting thing out there too, you still got Josh Simons, you still got Jack Valen. Honestly, he was the guy that was kept over Brandon Frazier. So it was something they saw in Valen that they didn't see in Frazier, who was a bigger guy.
That surprised me. Yeah, that surprised me because he's a great blocking tight end.
Yeah,
but they had that in Charlie Warner, so I guess they said, hey, we got Charlie Warner still on the team. So
yeah, man, Austin Hooper. But what you guys are feeling? Give me your thoughts about how you feeling about who's playing tight end number 2. I'm pretty sure we're going to keep at least 3 tight ends at least. I feel, yeah. Let me know.
I stretch it out just a little bit. I say 4. And that's only because I think we may cut back on a running back or a receiver. Because this is going to be a run heavy, play action heavy type team, and you're going to see a lot of 2 tight end sets. So that's why I said you could possibly see 4 tight ends. But Bryce, who you thinking with this tight end after Kyle Pitts and really Austin Hooper? What about those spots?
I'm probably in the same boat as you guys. I think Charlie Warner makes it just as that 3rd tight end, that blocking tight end, which is maybe why they have Austin Hooper, because they were like, because I guess really net last year it was Warner's tight end 2-ish. So, and he's your blocker, so it's like it was just Kyle Pitts. So for me, I think they'll definitely definitely be Hooper, Warner. Simon might have a shot here. It depends on if he's made growth from year 1 to year 2. Obviously, I think he's the better receiving option out of the 2. We'll see where his blocking is. And then Jack Valen could be very interesting prospect. Also throw his name into the book. So if they're going to be tight end heavy, I think it'll be interesting to see what happens in the preseason for sure with those guys. Because, Warner, is not going to be receiving that gets him on this team. So really, if there's a chance for Simon and Jack to potentially, if they make some plays in the passing game, show they can hold up in the blocking schemes, maybe the Falcons sit there and say, we'll think about maybe letting Warner go, but it may be easy just for them to put Simon or Jack on the practice squad, and then if depending on what happens with the position, they can make adjustments according to who they're playing.
Yeah, both of them would definitely end up on the practice squad. That's what Simon stated last year, and I could see him, spot starting 2 at tight end because he did that for Warner last year. I want to say. So when you look at that dynamic of the tight end position, they have so many options, and then we just talked about Cash Jones as well. You can see him lined up all over the field and chip blocking and things of that nature. So it's got to go this way. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, and I might be a little bit out of bounds, but there may be a chance Austin Hooper may not even make the final 53.
Oh,
because of age.
Nah, Smitty, I gotta bite back on that one, man. I think honestly,
but for some reason, if you have a young receiver in Joshua Simon, he's progressed. The only way he does it, Matt Ryan. We know that. That's why he's here.
I'm like, come on,
it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. It's just a possibility it could.
It kind of depends. With I think we're going to see a lot more 2 tight end sets with this team this year. So it's also a question of, do you think he's ready to carry that load of also, because listen, they may use Kyle Pitts as a receiver and then also have the second tight end out there as well. So it's like, do you Hooper? For a fact, hey, he's been a good receiving tight end throughout his entire career. He's never really, obviously he's older now, so he's probably not as nimble and quick as he was when he was with us early in his career, but it's a guy who can probably still run good routes and get open. Do you think Simon is at that point where, hey, we are going to rely on you? Again, I think about this offense. I think about red zone. Is he someone that you think could be a good red zone threat? If he has success in the red zone the preseason, then maybe you can have that conversation, because I think that's where instead is most effective.
I'm not saying he's going to get cut. I'm just saying it's a possibility one of these guys could jump him. That's all I'm saying, because you look at age, because if you look at Joshua Simon at South Carolina, I mean, he Kyle Pitts' twin. Let's keep it real. And he really didn't get a chance last year because Kyle Pitts and Warner and
also his
Pitts
development
poor.
too,
Yeah, but Zach Robinson, come on now. Who did we have on this coaching staff last year to develop him?
I mean, I get that. I do. I promise you I get that. But I mean, coming out of South Carolina, he
He's a bit
already
raw.
had things he did
Yeah.
have to work on. He was a little rough around the edges. But I will say this, he has a lot of upside and a lot of athletic ability. I'm on really the side of keeping Josh Simon, because honestly, before we paid Kyle Pitts, I was wondering if Josh Simon could try to push the issue. But right now, the guy who I think will be the odd man out would be Charlie Warner. If Josh Simon takes a step forward,
that may be because of his contract.
But I hear that. I hear that. So that means, so you may keep 4 guys. But if you have Charlie Warner there, yeah. But if you look at Charlie Warner and Austin Hooper, I think that Austin Hooper is a decent enough blocker to where you can be like, okay, Charlie, he catches better than you, and he's a reliable chain mover. That's one thing you can say. He's still a reliable chain mover. He had a couple of catches that was against the Atlanta Falcons that this past year, talking about Austin Hooper, that kept moving the chains and helped the Patriots, defeat us. I know it was other things that helped that too. But
that goes back to what I was saying earlier, Chris. That goes back to what I was saying. If Austin Hooper can't block and you can get the same type receiving from Joshua Simon, what's the point in paying him more money? It just doesn't make sense. That's why I say that's why
I just don't see Austin Hooper falling off. I think that's what it is.
I mean, I don't either, but I'm just saying it's just a possibility.
No, it's always
we get surprises every year. Like, what the hell? Why did he get cut?
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
That would be really interesting. I'll be very shocked if that happened, because that means he regressed for one thing. And I mean, you love the spirit of the competition, but
he's about 33.
I think Austin still got a little bit in the tank.
He's about 33, right?
Hold on, let's see. I wanted to say
because I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you a guy that I wanted them to go out and get, and I'm not afraid to see it. Harrison Bryant. It just for some reason, and he played for Stefanski in Cleveland. He played for Stefanski in Cleveland as well. So Harrison Bryant was a name that I was actually hoping that they would probably look at signing, because he was an All-American tight end in college. And for some reason, he just hasn't landed in the right spot to give him the proper chance. I think his best shot was Cleveland, and that still didn't work out too good.
Yeah. Real quick. Now, of course, Warner, he's not 30 yet. He's only 28. And
yeah, he's still young.
He's 31.
Okay. I know he was over 30.
Now, he turns 32 during the season and whatnot, but he's only 31 right now. And that's not too old to play tight end. We'll see what happens.
He was solid in Atlanta. I give him that. He was real solid.
Yeah. Also, hold on.
And while you looking at that, I'm gonna just go on and say it. Since we got the quarterback thing up there, and we got about 10 more minutes, we can go on do the quarterback thing too. Go and knock it on out, so I can piss some people off.
Oh Lord, so you doing it for the wrong?
What you got for us, Smitty? What you got for me?
He got a red light on his name already. That's bad, and they got him listed as the starter. But we ain't gonna go there. Yeah, I seen somebody in the chat said Tua is hurt already. That's not true. I mean, haven't heard it. I mean, we got inside. So that person hasn't told me yet, so I don't believe it.
It's completely false. I can already confirm that.
Now you know what I'm talking about, Chris. I mean, I got inside scoop, so that person would have texted me already and told me. So that's not true.
It's completely false. Like, Tua's fine. No one from the Falcons at all has reported that. I know that's kind of like, I've heard that it's been floating around. I really haven't been on social today at all.
Me either.
But yeah, I heard that rumor was floating around, but it's completely false.
Yeah. But yeah, the tight end position is pretty much as follows on screen. But right quick, we got about 5.5 minutes. Right quick, Penix and Tua. I'm still going Tua. Penix could still start the season on the PUP list. Who knows? He could be, healthy. Who knows? But I'm still going Jack Strand as a third string and Trevor Siemian practice squad or either cut period because his dead cap is on 300,000. That's just like a combo meal at Burger King without the ketchup. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm going Tua as the starter, Penix as the backup, and Jack Strand as the third string because he hit practice squad. He won't be here after the damn practice squad hits. Somebody gonna sign him 2 hours after it drops. Trust me.
Yeah.
There's too many teams need quarterbacks.
Yeah. And it's a lot of teams that they will already have a quarterback and just kind of stash them and just develop them and be like, hey,
right.
And either they're going to use them or they're going to use them as trade bait later on. So,
yep.
I mean, why not just already do what another team would do?
and I give you a team right off the top of my head, one that loves who has a coach that can develop quarterbacks. And even though they drafted a quarterback and I didn't like it, no, the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh well, yeah.
This the type of arm talent that he has, and he can get to the other Matthew Stafford. Man, they wouldn't even be studying Ty Simpson. They'll just call that a bust and call it a day. Yeah, they don't be studying draft picks anyway. That's why they threw that one away.
Nah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen it was so crazy. Oh, who's gonna be the better player, JPJ or Ty Simpson? I said, I said, well, one thing about it that JPJ got over Ty Simpson is JPJ can get in the game, even with the suspension that's human, he can still get in the game. Them folks, the Rams, they're gonna let Matt play as long as Matt can play at a high level. So regardless, you're riding the bench, Jack.
And I don't want to bring this up, but I will say it because I don't care. What the Rams are doing is exactly what the Falcons tried to do. It just backfired because Kirk Cousins was not a superstar caliber quarterback. He was a has-been at that point. Keep it real.
Hey man,
they because they still have Stetson Bennett as well. So
there was people talking about go after him. I was like, Stetson? I said, I don't even know if they believe in Stetson like that.
No.
So
But yeah, that's my three, man. I think Trevor Siemian is out.
Okay. Bryce, what you think?
What you think, Bryce?
I mean, I probably agree with that. I've been kind of split on who I think is going to start. I mean, I guess right now I get the edge to Tua. I think it just honestly, like I said, I've said this. If Penix isn't clear for the start of camp, then I think it's going to be Tua. Just because I feel like at that point, I mean, you got 3 weeks, maybe 4 to try to make up however many days you can't do 11 on 11s in full team activities. So if he starts camp healthy or cleared, then I think it'll be more of a toss up because then it's just a matter of just who just has better days. I don't even know. I'm assuming they won't play Penix in preseason just because of the risk because he's coming off that injury. So I'm curious to see how they kind of monitor that as well. Because I feel like if Tua plays and Penix plays, then it feels like you're telling me it's Tua because he's playing live reps. Where Penix isn't, so it's how is he supposed to? Unless he's just dominating Tua in practice or something like that.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna be real though. I think it's gonna be Trevor Siemian and Jack Strand in preseason. I do.
I think it's gonna be a lot of Jack Strand.
And people gonna be like, well, if we miss a route in week 1, it's because they ain't playing preseason.
Oh, of course.
They ain't missed that option route. Well, they didn't do it in the preseason, even though they probably want to run that route in preseason. They didn't play in preseason, so that's why.
The thing about it is,
and let's get it straight:
the starters or not play the starters. I'll just say we can play the starters or not play the starters. If the route is dropped, they're still gonna be like, "Hey, well, you should have got more reps in preseason."
You should have running that bland offense.
Yeah, but the thing about it is going all around the NFL. It's not only the Falcons; it's everybody. When it comes to starting quarterbacks. If they do play, it's one series. That first game, that's it. That's it.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
for real. But I will say this too, though. It's gonna be interesting, bro. I like the whole thing. If Penix is cleared, like what he still got a couple days to get cleared. Running out of time, though, it's really got to be like tomorrow. But
I would think they're going to ask. I think Stefanski's. I would assume Stefanski is talking tomorrow for the first day of practice, and I'm assuming we will get an indicate either a reporter who's out there is going to tell us Penix does not participate in 11 on 11s, or Stefanski's going to tell us they participate in 11.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. He's gonna tell everybody. Monday, the one gonna break it. For some reason, when something happens, he always the first one on Twitter that break it. Outside of Tory McElhaney, but it's usually him.
yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting because I want that's really what's coming down to it for Penix, man. Let's just keep it 1,000. Like if you are cleared and can do 11 on 11s, you're giving yourself a shot because you were already not cleared and going up against somebody who was 100% and still pretty much going step for step with them, not being 100%. So that I always look at that and I'm like, well, okay, this guy's 100 and this guy's about 70 and 70% is right there with him. So what can happen if he does get cleared to be a possible at least maybe 90 to 100%, so
But think about it, Chris. When you think about what's been being said throughout the off season, and what caught me the most when Kevin Stefanski said about a month ago, he said they even had to slow him down because he was trying to get ahead of himself. When they telling you that. When they telling you that, they've talked to the doctors, and the doctor told him, "Hey, slow your roll just a little bit, because you don't want to put too much torque on that knee, or turn the wrong way." And then
the thing about this too, though, about that knee, the thing, just because you're walking and you're running and all that stuff, the thing about it is, it's a lot that goes into it because the body has to relearn itself, and because it failed you, so now y'all got to retrust each other. It's a partial tear in the knee, but the knee is connected to your lower half, which is the tibia, and everything. Then you got also the your thigh and all that stuff like that too. All those things have to start working together again. And if you rush it too fast, you can be tearing at your knee, and it can be just silently tearing, and then next thing you know, you're in the middle of doing something, and then pop.
Yep.
Everything is mechanic. The human body is a very wonderful thing, for real, because how it's able to adapt and it's able to adapt for one thing, and then on top of that, it's all like a mechanism. Like things have to strengthen themselves. So if you don't have enough strength in your thigh region, and if you don't have enough, on the lower half too, that knee is just exposed almost, man.
Right.
Like exposed. So it's just. Even though he's
shout
out
to my boy Tay,
all that good stuff.
Shout out to my boy Tay. What did I tell him, Chris?
Oh shit! You don't care how high you
leg, boy.
Hey, I'm just saying.
They ain't ready.
Right, because my thing is, it ain't like those are pogo hops. You know what I'm saying? He jump a little bit. It ain't like they pogo hops. That's straight leg.
It is.
He ain't doing that.
Yeah. And people talk about Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson was built different. He's a damn cyborg. So.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what spell they put on that guy to be able to do all.
Boy,
like he just was a whole different. I don't know, bro. Just a whole different guy. But yeah, I'm rolling with Strand. I would definitely keep Strand on the 53, and I would put Simeon either giving him his walking papers, or I'm giving Simeon the practice squad because I don't think that somebody's going to snatch him off so soon as they would seeing Jack Strand out there. We're not the only guys. We're not the only guys up here and the only fan base that sees Jack Strand. There are other fan bases that see Jack Strand, and they like, man, if the Falcons decide to cut him, you never know. He may end up on our practice squad or on our 53. It's just you never know. I look at it like this: quarterbacks don't come a dime a dozen. We should know, but so don't be just throwing out quarterbacks, who you possibly can develop, especially when you got guys like AVP, when you got guys like Engstrom, when you got guys like Reese, Stefanski, it's a Bill Callahan, even though I know that's not one of the guys that's like teaching the quarterbacks, he still can give an input because he's seen so many quarterbacks with dealing with the offensive line. So he's still a valuable mind in there as well, guys. Just think about all that. So with all these pieces together, I'm excited about what can be for Michael Penix. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Tua and, Jack Strand with his development. It's really, you have a story of redemption, you have a story of comeback, and you have a story of underdog, all with the Atlanta Falcons right now.
Yeah. And I like you said, with the quarterback position, somebody, sitting back in the wings waiting. We weren't thinking about Brett Favre 35 years ago, with that guy up in Green Bay named Mike Holmgren. He seen something in Brett Favre, and he said, "Hey, I can work with that." Just like Andy Reid reached for Patrick Mahomes. Hey, I see that kid. There's a coach right now looking at Jack Strand saying, "Hey, y'all going and cut him. We wait." But super chat.
Mahomes was doing all those things too before
Texas Tech.
We saw him in the league. He was already doing all those things. I know a coach actually that so not only like coached him up a little bit and watched some of his tape and everything. He was saying, he's like, man, Pat been doing that the whole time. That's why I wasn't surprised.
But so you know how he got the ups on that, and I think, and this is just my opinion.
Okay,
Mike Leach. Shout out to Mike Leach. Lord rest his soul. Mike Leach was a hell of a coach, and I was waiting for the day that he got to be an NFL offensive coordinator, because boy, that would have been game changing. But he never got the opportunity. But those Texas Tech teams that he coached and those offenses, remember Mike Crabtree? That offense was
Michael.
But Solomon said, my prediction is Joshua Simon makes the 53-man roster. He shows improvement from last year. Kevin will keep 4 tight ends. I think so too, Solomon. I think so too. I agree. But yeah. But if y'all got closing words, y'all go ahead. If not, you know what you do.
Oh shoot, man. The only thing I got closing is A1 Forever Sports platform on YouTube. Come over, like, comment, and subscribe. Be a part of the A1 family. I always love each and every last one of you over there. It is 9:46 p.m. Make sure you find your peace today, because positive energy always creates elevation. So you find that, be generational, because it's always time to be. You can also catch me on the Hawks Digest, as well as the Falcons Digest as well. So more places to catch you, boy, to Chris Tip Moore. Also Twitter, A1 Forever, Instagram, A1 Forever, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Appreciate every last one of y'all in the chat, the super chats, all that stuff like that. It doesn't go unnoticed. We really appreciate it. Also, too, man, after training camp, too, if for those who are going to be around afterwards, meeting up at Diesel Tap, too, as well, saying like how we did last year. We're going to go over there. You'll see some of your favorite content creators there. No drama, no nonsense, so just all good times, recapping things that happened after Family and Friends Day for August 1st on training camp. So it's going to be fun, man, fellowshipping and seeing everybody. So make sure if you can make it to show up, or you're going to hear about it and see videos and stuff.
Yep. And you will see me with 2 or 3 chicken wings in my hand. I'm telling y'all right now.
Yeah, guaranteed. That's guaranteed.
You missed it last year, Bryce. The news people caught me with a plate in my hand. That was messed up.
Men's Warehouse.
On camera, 4K.
Yeah, on the screen.
On the screen. Yeah. Call them.
On the screen.
I'm saying, everywhere you go, you can catch this man. I promise you. It's Men's Warehouse. Men's Warehouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all remember that commercial? I guarantee it.
You stupid. Bryce, tell everybody where to find you before I kick Chris in his throat.
What you say?
You pointed the wrong way. You going to point that way, the other way.
Yeah, man. Y'all can catch me Believe in Hawks for Atlanta Hawks content. Obviously, as we go through the off season, get ready for another one. Y'all can subscribe to my channel, Brycey_2K, for that Falcons content as well. You can also follow me on Twitter at Brycey_2K. Also, if you want to catch any latest reactions to things that happen before we can actually get it up online sometimes, because sometimes we at work, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, y'all can catch me out there. I appreciate Chris, Smitty, obviously, bringing me onto the show. And, I forget how much you guys are jokesters. So, always entertaining. And honestly, bro, I need to popcorn, you know what I'm saying? But I'm be entertained tonight, you know what I'm saying? Good ball talk, good entertainment. Can't beat it, really, man. Top flight.
Hey
top
man,
flight.
you got to join us for one of these preview shows. A couple of these preview shows during the season, man.
Yeah.
They be lit.
Yeah, I'm down, man. Just let me know when y'all planning, and I'll let you know if I can for sure, man.
Every Tuesday before the game. Every Tuesday before.
I gotta go for now. I asked Chris, so sometimes my time be taken.
Hey, man,
hey, one thing about it, you better put in time. You gotta do it, man. Quality time. It's important.
Got to.
You know, it's one thing about it. Remember what Martin said. You know, quality time, man. I gotta get my quality time. You know,
appreciate you, Larry. He said the Brady got rained out again.
Sorry behind NYC, but I'm gonna leave it alone though.
Didn't they get rained out last night too?
I'm not sure. I
think
they played
a double header. They supposed to play a double header today, I think, or tomorrow. I don't know. Larry had y'all ready for whenever they do play though. Y'all go to the deep way on TikTok and YouTube, and he had y'all ready, man. Live play by play.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Bryce, you got to come back, man. Preview shows. We lined up guests already. We already got one for the Detroit Lions. So we're gonna have guests, and we already working on it. But y'all know where to find me. He said tomorrow's a double header, so they got rained out today. But y'all know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine right here on YouTube. DBG, appreciate you, my guy. Y'all hit that hype button on the way out for me, Chris, and Bryce. But Falcons on the latest Rise episode with Fire. Y'all catch it while y'all eating dinner on Atlanta Falcons YouTube media. Team is dope for real. Great show. I always like Rise. I love it.
Yeah, I haven't watched the new one yet. I ain't had a chance, but I
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I watch it tomorrow while I eat my chicken wings. But find me on Twitter. Find me on Twitter at fatboyslam_21. I'm always over there blowing that thing up. Catch me on TikTok, and I just updated my LinkedIn account, so y'all can find me over there as well if y'all trying to set up an interview. So I'm trying to move it along, but hey, it happens. I think I seen Chris on there.
Yeah, I'm on there.
Chris on there. Yeah, got his school cap on, but
no,
we're gonna roll on that, man. See, Chris gonna crank me up for the rest of the night, so I'm finna chill. But man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We really appreciate y'all, and we'll be back soon with another live. We don't know when, but we're supposed to have a guest tonight. He couldn't make it. He had family obligations, and I understand that. Mr. Tavon Mason, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. Former Virginia Cavaliers wide receiver and New York Jets wide receiver alumni. So shout out to him, and he'll be on sometime soon. So y'all get to meet him, and trust me, y'all gonna love him because he's been supporting me. I know about 2 or 3 years now, and it's funny because I thought he was just another regular person until I seen his Instagram. I said, "Damn, he played football." So you just never know who's watching, man. You just never know. So that's why you got to always put your best foot forward and stay positive. But speaking of staying positive, like my boy Chris say, hope y'all find y'all peace today. And as I always tell y'all, always keep God first, because when you keep God first, everything else gonna fall in line. For my boy Chris, my boy Bryce, we're gonna roll on out of here because I ain't got no chicken wing tonight. But hey, I gotta get some sleep, and I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.